What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of Hood Tales, I will tell the story about a Georgia woman who lost her life in an alleged ambush over a love triangle. Before we get into this video, welcome if you're new here to our channel. Please feel free to subscribe. Click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the whole story. Alright, let's jump right into it. According to news reports, on August 11th, 2022, Ashley Bocanegra, 30 years old, of Beaufort, Georgia, arrived at a hospital with severe injuries stemming from a fight she had been involved in earlier that day with two other females. According to what Ashley's sister told news reports, her sister couldn't even breathe once she got to the hospital and had to be flown to another one. Unfortunately, she claimed her sister had passed away before they could start surgery. They fractured her ribs and her liver, she said. She couldn't breathe out of her mouth, she said. They had to put a tube in. A few hours later, sadly, Ashley Bocanegra did succumb to her injuries and was pronounced deceased. Ashley was a mother of a 7-year-old son. At around 1 p.m. that day, Gwinnett homicide detectives were called to investigate the incident after a neighbor reportedly saw the altercation. Detectives were looking for two suspects, Antonetta Stevens, 27 years old, also of Beaufort, and 17-year-old Janine Gonzalez, who is originally from Buffalo, New York. Detectives determined that both suspects allegedly lured Ashley Bocanegra to the apartment complex where they live, near the 2900 block of Beaufort Drive, and allegedly attacked her. Detectives learned that Janine Gonzalez's brother had been involved in a romantic relationship with both Antonetta Stevens and Ashley Bocanegra, and that the relationship was the motive behind the attack. Janine's brother is the father of Ashley's 7-year-old son. When the homicide unit was able to locate Janine Gonzalez and Antonetta Stevens at their apartment, they questioned them about the incident. According to investigators, Antonetta Stevens and Janine Gonzalez's initial story was that Ashley showed up looking for Janine's brother, and that's when the fight started. However, investigators didn't seem to buy their story. Detectives said the physical altercation resulted in serious injury, which caused Ashley to lose her life. It was also reported that they had allegedly taken Ashley's cell phone during the attack and then fled the scene. One report revealed that Antonetta Stevens told investigators that she was in a romantic relationship with Janine's brother and found out he was cheating on her with Ashley. Another report revealed that Janine told investigators the same thing. Reports also went on to say that Ashley's sister told reporters that Ashley's son's father was the one who took her to the hospital. The police department said Janine Gonzalez's brother was in the apartment and had injuries all over his shoulders and back, but would not tell them where they came from. One of Ashley's cousins had this to say about the senseless slaying. "I'm very angry with those girls," said the victim's cousin. "They're lucky the cops got them. She was beautiful inside out, so I can see why they were jealous. And jealousy is an ugly trait to have." Family and friends described Ashley Bocanegra as a happy person who was so full of life, according to a GoFundMe page launched on her behalf. She was such a happy individual who lit up the whole room as soon as she walked in, the GoFundMe said. The fundraiser goes on to say that Ashley was born and raised in New York City and moved to Georgia for a better life for herself and her son. Janine Gonzalez and Antonetta Stevens were arrested and charged with aggravated battery, robbery, and felony murder. Both remain in a Gwinnett County jail without bond as of August 15th, 2022, according to booking records. Both are innocent until proven guilty. Wow, fam, this is such a sad, senseless, and unfortunate story. My sincerest and deepest condolences to Ashley Bocanegra's family. I pray they receive the justice and peace they need in this case. It's so messed up on a lot of levels. Ashley leaves behind her son. I can't imagine having to explain a situation like this to a child. These women allegedly took a mother away from her child, and one of those women was his aunt. And not to mention, she herself is still a minor. Janine Gonzalez is only 17 years old and got caught up into grown adult situation. And now she is possibly facing the rest of her life in prison, all because she was willing to ride for someone she probably thought was her friend. Now, I know she's old enough to make her own choices, but I believe at 17, you're still impressionable. Antonetta Stevens is 27 years old, and she decided to go along with the idea of having her man's little sister go with her to allegedly beat up the mother of his child. If she is responsible for this heinous crime, she used that young girl as a crash dummy, and that's just messed up. She was the adult in the situation. She could have handled her own battles, and the man at the top of this alleged love triangle is free to move on with his life if he pleases. Like, look at the mess, the actions of allegedly dealing with two women at the same time has made. The mother of your child is gone, your little sister locked up, and old girl locked up. I mean, I can't speak on that man's mental or emotional state, but it's just tragic. It's really just tragic. I pray for everyone involved. May Ashley's memory live on. It's so heartbreaking that her life ended in such a senseless and cruel way. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. And please feel free to leave kind and encouraging messages to the family. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.